What's up, everybody? I'm Kay Marie.
I'm Lou.
I'm Mary.
And we are
Murked in the Midwest.
Welcome back. As always, if you are looking for a podcast that gets straight to the point, nope, get out.
Bye.
Right now. Bye. It's a stage left.
Yeah.
We don't want you here.
We gonna tell you like Martin gets to stepping.
But if you love us, we love you.
We do.
And we are so happy that you're here with us for season 3. This is our last episode of this season.
Y'all.
made it, Jesus.
This season was tough to push through.
It really was. I feel like even though episodes as we are going are getting better and better, in my opinion, my humble opinion, they are getting better and better. This season we had the most technical difficulties.
Yes, we had the most technical difficulties. Cancellations because like our schedules changing.
And dramas. We had the doggy dramas.
Yeah.
We had the family dramas. We had the other family dramas.
We had all type of drama.
We had too many things. We had all the things.
But we made it, y'all.
We did.
Shout out to Big Sandals.
Pushing through.
Big Sandals is God, by the way.
Sky Daddy for those who like that.
All right. So, on this week's episode, get my handy dandy.
Wayne, we got a recap.
Oh, yeah. Recap. Last week. Heroin.
Ooh, heroin flakes. Look.
Heroin flakes. Fuck you, Jason.
Fuck you, Jason. I know I like Frosted Flakes. I don't like shit sprinkled on my flakes.
Give me a bowl of Frosted Flakes, hold the heroin.
I hope you wake up every day having a bad day. I mean, even though you're in prison, but like, I hope everything that could go bad for you goes worse. Like,
I agree.
you get paper cuts while you working and accidentally spill alcohol or lemon juice on the webs of your fingers.
That would be great. If he get paper cuts, if he working in the kitchen and he keep getting paper cuts and the lemon juice. Yes.
In the finger crotch
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you need.
That'd be great. It don't avenge her death, but
It'll make us feel better.
Much better.
Yeah. He definitely had all the audacities with the multiple mistresses. Then what is it when people is it called deflecting when they take what they've done and then push it on you?
yeah.
So the deflecting of, oh, well, I don't think that's my kid, but you the one that's out here hoeing. And then she's nagging me to do your job as a parent. Oh, my God. He just had, like you said, he hated that woman. He did not like
hated her ass.
He didn't love her. He didn't like her. He just married her for what?
Some people just want to get married for the sake of being married.
He married her to complain about his wife.
Yeah, because that's all he did. That's the only thing he did. He complained about her in life, in death. 2 seconds after death, had the full audacity talking about she ain't
an angel and everybody's gonna find out. No.
Yeah, her mama and her daddy
but we
need
found
to.
out how much of a fucking monster you are. So
Dirty bastard.
Yeah,
there's that.
that one was a rough one with his all his things. He was too much.
Well, on this week's episode, we're gonna talk about Miss Frankie Miller and Leland Holiday.
Frankie is a woman. I like that name.
Yeah.
I like Frankie. Is she? I hope she's sassy. I hope she's not the murderer, but I hope she's sassy.
Picture this.
Ooh,
1938.
come on, Sophia. Come on.
So, their love story did begin in 1938. Frankie Harrell, she was just 17.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a virgin.
Like a virgin.
She moved from her mother's home in Kokomo, so this did take place in Indiana.
Shout outs to Kokomo. So that's where JoJo's grandparents are. The best grandparents. Well, some of the best grandparents in the world. They are great people. It's like really, I actually have y'all been there?
I've been through Kokomo.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's small, but it's nice.
Yep, I like it. So she moved from Kokomo to Clinton County and started working on the Lee Baker farm, which was located between Jefferson and Mulberry.
Okay. So don't know if I know where Mulberry. I know where Jefferson is. I don't know if I know.
So all of this is in the. This is getting closer to Frankfort, Indiana.
Okay.
So, Holiday.
Okay, so here, we'll help you out. Because if you're listening to this, you're probably like, they're just naming a lot of stuff. So, if you are thinking about the state of Indiana as a whole, right? We are up at the top. We're in the Chicagoland area, Northwest Indiana. Kokomo is, if you go down I-65, it's south. And then you're going to get off, what is that highway? Because you got to go east.
It's not.
Isn't it?
It's not 465.
Mm.
No, that's once you get to the split off to get to Indianapolis.
You'll see an exit for it because there is an exit for it off of 65. But you have to travel a little east. And then to get to Frankfort, you're going to actually, it is also considered an eastern part of Indiana, but it's back up north. So it's like northeast. So you're talking about an area that's in between Kokomo and Frankfort. Yeah. So you're talking about a part that's in the middle. Like, most of us don't really pay attention to the middle. There's a lot of weird shit that happens in the middle. Y'all should know. Like, there's nudist colonies. There's lots of cows.
There's some Samava resorts over there.
I mean, I didn't even know this. I remember one day I'm riding with my dad. We're going down I-65. And at this point, I think I'm an older teenager because I'm driving. And he's like, you know, that's where the nudists are. I'm like, what? And it's like so unassuming. Yeah. And it really is. You make the wrong turn and you're going to be real surprised.
You see a little dang-a-lang.
And it ain't what... And it ain't what you gonna want to see either. It's gonna be the old wrinkly ones with the skin sagging, and it's all aged and worn out. It's not gonna be good, y'all. But yeah, like there's a lot of things that happen. My whole point of that, sorry, diverted. There's a lot of things that happen in the middle, and also you'll see a lot of times, and this is just because this is how it goes. In a lot of those small cities and towns, a lot of effed up shit be happening. Do you guys remember when they had, and this was a little bit past Couts, this was in the Jasper County area, but the kids that were, the parents had locked them up in those dog crates. Yes. But that's, when I talk about the weird shit that happens in the middle part of Indiana, like that's what we're talking about. Yeah. So. Just to put you in the mind frame of where we at.
Yes. So, Holiday at the time, Leland, was 27.
And she's 17. Given pedophilia.
Yeah. He showed up one day and liked what he saw.
I bet he did.
Eyebrow raised.
Nasty.
He and Frankie began to date almost immediately and as often as possible. And
date? Hold on.
Typically like 3 times a week.
Hold on. Because we're calling it dating.
Yeah.
But they dated as frequently as possible.
Typically like 3 times a week they meet up.
Frankie.
And so.
Please run away.
The relationship appeared to flourish. There was one tiny flaw.
That he was 10 years older than her and she was a child? Yeah, that's a flaw. Okay, what's the other flaw?
Guess what he did?
He used to beat her ass? Nah. He was her cousin?
He used to eat her ass.
Maybe, but nah.
He not
was married.
Well, of course he was.
Well,
how old was
fucking surprise?
And the person he was married to was a child bride that was No. That wasn't part of the story. Sorry.
No, there is no way of knowing when Frankie found out about Mrs. Holiday or when Mrs. Holiday learned about Frankie.
Oh my God.
However, Mr. Holiday had to have known that gossip about his reckless infidelity would eventually reach his wife. And of course it did.
Of course it did.
And so when they eventually divorced in 1949, Frankie was the driving force for that.
Wait a minute. When did they meet?
1938.
You telling me for almost 10 years this foolishness went on?
Wait, there's more to the story.
Oh my God.
So sometime
He lucky his wife didn't beat his ass up and down them damn streets.
Sometime between 1945 and 1947, their relationship fell apart.
Okay.
And so Frankie moved to Tams, Illinois.
Now where is
I
Tam?
have no idea.
Hold on. Oh, that's up there. Hold on. Let me
And
look.
so that was actually her hometown where she was originally born, Deborah Harrell. So her real name is Deborah.
Oh, so these are the times when you could just change your
Change your
name.
name, yeah.
That's my favorite stuff, y'all.
Born on August 9th, 1920. Fellow Leo.
Oh, come on, Frankie. I want y'all to know if I had been born back then, I would have changed my name and I just would have kept changing it until I felt what suited me. Because sometimes, like, I just be wanting to see, like, I'm gonna make it this today and we'll see how it go. We'll see how it sound when people say it.
Yeah.
Like if I like it. Yeah. I would have been one of them. I would have changed my name so
Yep.
much.
My grandma did.
Yeah, see what I mean? Okay, so my grandma did too. Or no, wait, no, not my grandma. My great aunt did. So when they went to go visit her in California they found out then she had changed her name.
Yeah, when my grandma passed, I learned her real name was not Annie or Ann, which is my middle name that I was named after.
Uh-huh.
Her real name was Ossie.
Baby.
Ossie Lee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you want it to be.
So yeah, she moved back to her hometown. She had lived there until she was about 15. And she spent like 5 years in an orphanage with her twin brother Alfred. And so that's just a little bit of background on her.
Okay.
And
How do you spell Tam?
Tamms, Illinois.
Oh, okay. T-A.
So shortly after she moved back to Tams, she met and married Harlan Miller. And so the two of them, they live near Cairo.
Okay. So just for the grand scheme of things,
Damn, they only got a population of 395 people.
girl,
In
it's
Tams?
Yeah.
it's so little. It's actually, I didn't know there was a St. Louis, Illinois.
Yeah, East St. Louis. Yeah.
I knew East St. Louis. I didn't know there was one just straight up St. Louis though.
I think it's still East St. Louis, but
Oh, okay, yeah. And then St. Louis is literally on the border. Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl, you would miss it. You would literally miss this. You could, if you're looking for this place, guys, don't blink. Because what will happen is,
you gonna miss everything.
on your way, what shall happen is you'll go through the Shawnee National Forest, which is a national forest, not a national park. But as you're going down, what is this highway here? This is, I can't even tell what highway this is.
Zoom in.
Or maybe that's the state line.
That look like a regular.
Road? Mm-hmm. Well, that's the road it looks like.
Usually it'll give you you know how the street name will pop up?
Mm-hmm. It ain't saying on there.
That's crazy.
That tells you how small the town.
It doesn't even say a name on the damn road, y'all.
So,
But it's underneath. Basically, if you're trying to get to it, you're going to go underneath. So you go through the Shawnee National Forest. You're going to pass Mill Creek, which is a common, like people do talk about Mill Creek. I've heard of that. Yeah. It's a common place. They have the Willow Springs Campground. And then you're going to get to Tantamville and then Tams. And then good luck to you. I mean, might be scenes from Deliverance. It seems, how I just talked about the middle part and the weird stuff that happened might be adjacent. Okay, go.
So, she got married to Harlan Miller. And they lived in Cairo.
Okay.
So, within months, though, it just kind of fell apart. It was dull. And soon they were on the
rocks.
On their way to go to divorce.
So she had the chemistry with the two-timing cheating.
Yeah.
She meets this guy, marries
Makes
him,
an honest woman out of her.
and he
It's
ain't.
boring.
It ain't hitting. So you know what that's like, girls, ladies, younger ladies.
Toxic.
Is that toxic energy, because that toxic sex you be hitting.
So,
And then you get that one that's like regular schmegula, and it's like, he don't even know what he did with.
you know what?
Like, sir,
Awful.
like when we said if we can't feel it, it don't count.
Yeah.
It don't count.
They don't.
Like, what is this?
This never happened.
Yeah. That's what what marriage was like. Did it even happen?
Yeah. She was like, So, they ended up, they were in the process of getting a divorce, which then made Frankie go, you know what? You know why this didn't work? Because I am still in love.
Because I need that old thing
It's
back.
a holiday.
He want that old thing back.
So she moved back and reconnected with Mr. Holiday in February of 1948. And so at this time, both of them were in the process of divorce. Because when Frankie moved away, him and his wife did try to make things work.
He said it ain't hitting. It ain't busting.
And Frankie and her dude were trying, or they were like, "Oh, we're gonna try and make things work." But whatever. Frankie, she was like, "I need him."
I'ma just tell you what Yoda said. He said, "Try not, do."
Yeah.
Okay.
So by April, Harlan Miller was like, "You know what? F this. She ain't worth it." He's like, "Bye."
Gotta go, little girl.
Got a blast.
Frankie was back in Kokomo living with her father. And then in early 1949, she moved to Frankfurt to live with Holiday. But for the sake of appearances, she maintained a room at a boarding house across the street.
Because she can't look like she a slut, yo.
Even though they planned to get married as soon as their divorces became final.
Even though she was busting it
That's
down.
what they always say. We gonna get married once it's finalized.
Even though she
I love you
was...
so much.
Y'all want to see what she... I'm going to show y'all what
I'm telling you, I think Frankie was probably fine. She was probably cute.
she had a little cute thing.
Uh-huh.
So...
I mean, she got the name Frankie. So, come on. I mean, she gave herself the name
Before
Frankie.
I let go.
So now it's Frankfurt 1950.
Okay, so we done moved along. Moved a year.
A couple of years, like a year.
Yeah, we got a year.
So, Leland, also known as Lee. I know a Leland, and he wouldn't. Anyways,
Ooh, Leland.
Lee Holiday occupied a corner booth in a smoke-filled Frankfurt tavern. So what was currently on TV was Indiana's 1950 high school basketball tournament. At this time, he's 39 years
Wait a minute, who was playing? Was IU in it?
I don't know.
I hope to God Purdue wasn't there, because they suck.
I don't know. But at this time, he was 39 years old. He's a mechanic.
Okay, come on, mechanic, making a little change.
So he's at the bar, the game on the TV, but that's not what...
He wasn't there for the game?
That's not what really had him drawn was this little conversation he was having with this cute little brunette.
No!
And this was on
Dun, dun, dun.
Saturday, March 18th.
How you get him is how you lose him.
He was talking to Miss Mabel McGilton.
Ooh, Mabel.
And she was a visitor. She was from Missouri.
Mm.
They had met a couple of hours before.
Mm.
And it was like instantaneous. Things was progressing. Like we knew where the night was going to hit.
Hey!
Miss Mabel was like, I'm in town for a couple of days.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
She said she want to see what it do.
the whole time while he at this bar flirting with Mabel, Frankie, currently 29 years old, and she was a telephone operator.
Mm-hmm.
She was waiting for him at the apartment.
Ooh.
254 South Carolina Street.
Oh.
She had been there since 8 p.m. when her shift ended at Indiana Bell.
Mm-hmm.
It was like almost 9 o'clock now. And she like, where is Lee? She didn't know, but she had a guess.
Because she know how she got him.
And so she then, she waited around a little bit. She didn't have a phone, so she went on across the street to the boarding house where she was renting and used the house phone. She dialed the number for the Marine Room, which was a bar that Lee
Liked
was a
to go
regular
to.
at. And so a waitress answered, and Frankie goes, "Is Lee Holiday there?" Oh, let me do some voices.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Marine room. How can I help you? Yes. Is Lee Holiday there?
A little bit.
Yes, he is. The waitress said. Is he drunk? Frankie asked. Doesn't seem to be. Do you want to talk to him?
Ooh.
Nuh-uh. Frankie said, but she hesitated before asking the question that she really wanted to know. Is he alone? The waitress confirmed what Frankie already knew. The man she loved was a lousy cheat. He wasn't worthy of a woman like her.
He was no good.
He was a lying, cheating son of a...
Why you do me like that?
She was angry.
He did.
Like, livid. Like this man that I met when I was 17, I gave him my first everything. I've been in love with this man for 12 years.
Shorty about to crash out.
Woo! So she was like, thank you.
Ooh, not the thank you.
She hung that phone up.
Not the calm thank you.
Oh, goddamn.
And she walked back across the street.
She sashayed.
She walked back into his
Sashay, you
apartment.
stay.
She didn't bother turning on the light. She just sat on the couch.
Oh, shit.
She
Oh,
was,
goddamn.
She just was stewing.
Oh. Can't wait to that.
She was sitting on her hands, baby.
Bring that
She was
ass.
rubbing them pants legs like.
Bring that ass.
So
Uh-huh.
it's like a little bit after 10, and Frankie is at the window, and she's watching Lee on the street below, walking toward the apartment. With him
Oh,
was a
hell.
woman she ain't.
He got a lot of... Girl, come on.
Frankie held her breath, hoping, like she like, I know he ain't no way he would do this.
I have questions. You know your woman at this house. You think she just gonna let you stroll up in her? What you think she just gonna sit on the couch while you bang, old girl? You think she gonna go to her room? She gonna go to her boarding house room while you hit?
Well, see, the thing is that the bar was near their house.
Okay.
But this is a smaller area, and so she's seeing them walking the street,
Okay.
and they're actually walking to his car.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I know
And
he
so
ain't coming to that damn
he
house.
opens the passenger door,
Knock
and
all
the
this
woman
shit
climbs
over.
in, and Frankie was like, "Fuck this." She ran down them stairs, out the front door, and she lunged into him and slapped him.
Go on, Frankie.
She said,
Hold
"What's
that
the
ass
meaning
up.
of this?
Told her
What's
ass
the meaning
up,
of
baby.
this?" Y'all, what y'all think his response was?
She's just a friend. It's not what you think.
That would have been better.
No, he said, I'm just trying to give her a ride on this dick.
That would have been better.
Oh, wait.
This is what he did.
Oh, Jesus.
Crazy. Pushed her away and called her crazy.
And she ain't crash out.
She was so.
I know you done.
like,
Oh,
you
you
know what?
fucking lying.
She turned to the woman in the front seat. She said, "If I were you, I'd get out." She said it through gritted teeth, like, "If I were you, I'd get out that car." Mabel shook her head and smiled. She said, "Sure, I'll get out when Leland tells me to."
Oh, bitch. Bitch.
Messy. Messy.
Bitch.
So,
Oh, it's,
Listen.
oh my God. It's
Mabel's in the front seat.
about to get her ass beat.
So, Frankie, she ate that back door open and jump in the car, too.
Come on,
She
Frankie.
like-
Come on, Frankie.
She said she got in there and she yelled, "Get out!" And Mabel, she ain't moved. She goes, "You're not being very ladylike, are you?"
Bitch, you ain't either with your
And that
whole
was
like.
that was. It was like Frankie was like, Leland. She was like, "I'm not even gonna talk to you no more because you gonna make me slap you."
That
Leland.
bitch crazy.
She said, she, in her mind, she's like, oh no, so she did tell to the one, she turned to the woman and she asked her, she said, do you have any idea how long Lee and I have dated? Mabel was like, I don't care.
No, don't care, bitch.
So Frankie turns to Leland and she goes, I thought I was the only one you cared to screw. She said it with disgust. She was disgusted. And so she waited because, this is the point where he's supposed to reassure her.
No, he ain't reassuring shit.
Apologize, ask for forgiveness, anything.
That's what man we talking about.
Right, he ain't reassuring shit.
Too long passed, too many seconds passed, and she goes, I suppose you'll screw her before the night's over.
Of course he will.
Then she got out the car, she turned over her shoulder, she said, you'll be sorry. She went back upstairs to the apartment. She was mad. She tried to ruin everything he owned.
My girl, I would have set all this shit on fire.
She heard the car drive away, and so she started pouring Coke and beer over all his furniture and clothes.
It wouldn't have been Coke and beer, baby. We can find something better. We ain't got no bleach in that house.
That's how she felt, though. She was like, it wasn't enough. Like, she was still mad. She was pissed. And so, at that moment, she said, I made up my mind then to kill him.
I know that's right. Get him, girl.
That's what she told the police later. Regardless of whether he came home today or 2 weeks from today, I got his shotgun out the kitchen closet and loaded it myself. She gathered all the love letters she had written to him and spread them out all over the kitchen floor. And she looked at her mess like, this good. I like this.
Frankie crazy.
She laid on that couch.
Sleep. Oh, on the Coca-Cola couch?
Yes.
Girl, baby. Now, you got to be a little deranged. If you already poured Coca-Cola and shit on the couch and then you go lay on it and go to sleep. Rubbing your feet together and shit. Like, I can't wait for him to get home and shoot the shit out of his ass.
2 weeks. At 1:30 in the morning, Lee walks through the door.
So he didn't even fuck that long?
Nah. He walked through the door. He hang up his coat.
Said
hey.
He said hey.
He walks into the kitchen. He turned on the light. He stopped. And he go turn, cause he see all the stuff, the mess that she done made. He turned around. He go, you kind of tore things up, didn't you?
See, I would have been terrorizing him before I shot him. I think I would have had to make fun of him. I would have been like, dude, so you did all of that to not even fuck? Like, that was the sorriest fucking screw ever. He couldn't even make it last. Yeah, he couldn't even make it last. Like, you literally, it was at about 10:30, 11 o'clock that they got in the car. And by 1:30, you was back already.
You just left this house with a woman. Come back 2 hours later and walk in and say hey to me, like,
nigga,
shit's cool.
But I'm just saying, like, if you was gonna be gone, at least make the fuck worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Be gone. Stay gone.
Stay gone for a while. Well, a 2 hour fuck, like, was that even worth it, sir?
So she's holding his 16 gauge shotgun.
Get him, girl.
Frankie, she steps in the kitchen doorway. He looks at her and turns his back like, girl.
He don't.
Mad again.
Oh, so you think I'm a joke?
Oh, so you think she's sweet,
baby? I'm gonna knock all this shit over.
Okay.
She goes, Lee. Frankie said, and she was pointing the gun at him. She said, I'm gonna kill you. And then she said it felt like slow motion. He started to turn back to her. And she was just satisfied she finally had his attention. So she fired the gun. The bullet entered through the back of his neck, ripped through his jugular, and exited through his throat.
Damn, it tore him up.
And his body hit the floor.
I know it did. Bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
So,
bye, Leland.
She then, can y'all imagine what she did after that?
She went and found a bitch.
No, I think what she did,
she probably killed herself.
I think that she probably savored for a minute her work. I think she probably enjoyed for a minute what she had done.
She leaned over and told him she loved him. She said, I love you. He was dead. She was like, I love you.
Oh my God.
And then she took the spent shell out the gun. She reloaded because she did plan on killing herself. But instead, she placed the gun on the couch ran from the apartment. She ran 6 blocks all the way to the west side of the courthouse square, entered the Main Street police station, walked up to Desk Sergeant Gilbert Clydence, and calmly said, "Gib, I've just killed Lee."
Oh my God, girl. Not the confession.
She said, I ain't wasting no time.
So, after she makes the confession to the sergeant that she had killed her fiance, 4 officers rush to the apartment. They find his body face down on the kitchen floor. Several pints of his blood had flowed from the bullet hole in his throat and was pulled all around him. All around the room were the dozens of blood-soaked love letters written to him in happier times. And then back at the police quarters, the lead investigator, which was Lieutenant Glenn Nichols and Officer Harry Gladden, they got a formal confession from Frankie and turned her over to Clinton County Sheriff Maynard Lewis. Because the Clinton County Jail was not suited for women, they transferred her to Boone County Jail, where they provided separate accommodations for men and women.
Okay.
Clinton County Prosecutor Tom Robeson called for a grand jury to hear the witness's testimony about the murder and to determine the appropriate charge. When the grand jury convened the following Friday, March 24th, Frankie declined to testify, which was taking the advice of her attorneys, John Downing, Hollis Davidson, and Chief Counsel Frank S. Pryor, who represented her when she divorced Harlan Miller.
Wait, she got a divorce attorney as a criminal attorney? Lord Jesus.
All of them.
Multifaceted.
Before the end of the day, the 6-man jury had indicted Frankie with a charge of first-degree murder. Frankie showed up for her arraignment on the afternoon of Tuesday, April 4th, in a smart green suit.
Come on, Frankie.
She appeared nothing like the reports had made. A lot of the reports was calling her a torrid blonde, shapely, buxom divorcee. But with Pryor at her side, she strode confidently into the crowded courtroom. This is what she looked like.
I don't like how they used to do, how they still do women. Like,
She was pretty.
What does her being shapely have to do anything?
And she was curvy. She was curvy. She's not even.
Let me see
She's not
her.
even fat. Like at all.
Nope. She was pretty.
Oh, she was very pretty. Yeah.
Scroll up so you can see what he looked like.
Oh, Lord.
Awful.
Oh, hell.
I was crashing out over an ugly ass motherfucker.
Girl, why he look like he was chewing on pebbles?
Awful. Hot mess.
Get the fuck. You gotta be lying.
That's why it's like when your mans do you wrong, you just gotta go find another man's that look better than the man's that you had.
Mm-hmm.
That way, the crash out won't be as terrible,
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck? Like, if y'all see that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have it in the documents, but when y'all see what this man looked like and what she looked like,
baby,
we
bye.
settling less for what we deserve than what we deserve.
Because ain't no way her fine self should have been stuck with that.
Because I would have been moved on to the next one.
Ain't no way.
So,
and I bet you, I just have a feeling that
Harold was fine.
I bet he was. See, and one thing that I will say, if he had been malleable to being taught what to do, if he wasn't like the type of man that was like, I know what I'm doing, but if he had been like willing to learn, that would have been the one I stuck with.
Yeah.
Because if I can teach you what to do to me to make me happy, and you fine, and I don't have to deal with Leland and his rock eating stuff, because he looked like
Pebbles is crazy.
he looked like he was chewing pebbles, son, and them teeth, good God.
Well, so they read the indictment. She shed a tear, and Judge Fred Campbell asked for her plea. She replied, not guilty.
I didn't do it.
So, 9 a.m. on Wednesday, May 24th, 1950, Prosecutor Robeson spoke first, revealing that the state had waived its right to seek the death penalty but would ask for life imprisonment. He vowed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Frankie Miller had killed her lover in cold blood with malice and premeditation. For the defense, Hollis Davidson offered a glimpse into the team's strategy to present Frankie Miller not as her lover's killer, but as his victim. Concluding, Davidson planted the seed of doubt. When you hear what happened that night, he said, you will realize that it was not murder because there was no premeditation. The events of that night were the result of the love she had for Holiday. So, the prosecution called its first witnesses. Frankfort Police Sergeant Gilbert Clements and officers Harry Gladden and Charles Woodward. Most damning to the defense was the testimony from Woodward, who quoted Frankie as saying, I killed him and I'm glad of it. A similar testimony was given the next day when Lieutenant Nichols stated that the night of the shooting, Frankie had told him, I killed Lee. I'm glad I killed him. Had I not done it then, I would have done it later. I have given him everything I have and now I feel empty.
That's a bad way to be.
Yeah. To try and discredit the witness's testimony, Pryor conducted an impassioned, lengthy cross-examination, pressing each witness for the smallest detail. He picked apart their interpretations of each word Frankie uttered, every detail of her behavior, the demeanor of the night of the shooting, and every encounter with her since. Leaning in close to their faces, he grilled the witnesses and made them sweat. He was a natural thespian.
Okay.
His cinema. He gave this theatrical performance, where he'd use like overt hyperboles that would try and fuel your emotions. His cross examinations repeatedly caused the courtroom galley to break out in rowdy chatter or laughter, which prompted the judge to reprimand him, who finally threatened to clear the courtroom if spectators couldn't contain their outbursts. On the fourth day of the trial, Thursday, May 25th, Mabel McGilton, the woman,
Mabel, that funky bitch.
Yeah, that hoe, took the stand, and she drove the courtroom's tension to its breaking point, further challenging the spectators' poise. And so they had described her in the Frankfurt Morning Times as a not unattractive brunette.
So she ugly.
She was attractive?
They said
not unattractive. But she wasn't cute. She looked like something. That's what they said.
So
I guess
she tells them about how she met him at the bar, the encounter outside the house, how Frankie was like, "You'll be sorry," and what.
But did she tell that she was being a hoe?
Of course not. Okay. Well, she did, because then she gave details about how they spent the last 3 hours of his life.
First of all, it wasn't a 3, it was 2. We calculated.
But just imagine how Frankie feels, right?
She a hoe.
So her testimony caused Frankie to weep convulsively.
Oh, poor Frankie.
They had to stop several times for her to get her composure. The defense ended up passing on cross-examination, and the prosecutor called to the stand William Goodwin, the Frankfurt undertaker, who transported Holiday's body from the bloody kitchen to the funeral home. Frankie had not stopped crying since Mabel started her testimony. And then when Goodwin identified Lee's clothes and shoes, Frankie got nauseous, and so the judge called a 5-minute recess to give her some time to compose herself. The day continued on and ended with the state's surprise piece of evidence, which was Frankie's missing purse. It was the one she carried the night she left Lee's apartment for the last time. Inside it, they pulled a note Frankie had written to Lee. It read, "Lee, darling, I love you. I need some money, not much, 50 cents. Across it, in a different handwriting, were the words,
Bless you.
I love you too. The purse also contained the fishing license Frankie and Holiday had acquired during a trip to Michigan in July 1949, and it listed them as husband and wife.
He raggedy.
Damn.
And so
he really was a cheating, no good piece of shit.
She was found guilty.
Mm-hmm.
It was for manslaughter.
Okay.
But yeah,
I feel like that's a fair assessment of the situation, because he terrorized her for sure, and he preyed on her when she was a child.
Yeah.
But she did kind of murder him.
She did kind of murder him, and it was definitely premeditated. It was in the heat of emotion, but it was premeditated.
It was premeditated,
but she sat there waiting for him to come.
But he definitely egged that shit on.
Oh yeah, you see
thought
me with a gun and you turn your back on me.
You basically laughed at me twice. You basically called me crazy when you was with that hoe in the beginning. Girl, you got your foot stuck. You all right? And then you left with her. And then you get in this house and like you say, you turned your back on me and I have a gun on you because you think I'm not going to do shit. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Lee,
Lee.
I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
That man said.
Yeah. No, that's a story.
That's a story.
I liked all the conversation. I liked the bar phone conversation. That was good.
She was like, "You want to talk to him?" Nuh-uh.
Nah.
Just tell me, is he alone?
No, he with that hoe over there. That was the original. That's where Thought came from.
She should have just showed up at the bar.
Oh my god.
Aired it out.
Clean that
She
bitch.
should have just showed up at the bar, caused the scene.
Baby, the best thing. Oh my god. I have not had the opportunity ever to do this, but
Just tired.
no.
No, I'm just.
You
saying.
already have your drink prepared, like in your hand and ready, and you just be ready and you just pour it.
Toss it. I want to do that so.
Never have had a chance to do it, but I feel like that would be a good time to do
What,
it.
toss a drink in somebody's face?
No, just pour it right on top of his head.
Oh. I feel like
That'd be a good time.
it's more liberating when you throw it in their face. I've thrown drinks in somebody's face.
No, but like the
Like, it's
calmness
like a-
of it,
No,
like to
but
just go.
look.
Like imagine
Listen.
her coming in. He see her, but he a cocky bastard, so he not trying to correct himself. He don't move away from Mabel. He still talking, flirting. She go to the bar. She go, "Let me get a vodka and tonic." Mm-hmm. And so she get that vodka and tonic, and she walk over and she goes, "Hello." Mm-hmm. And Mabel all stank face and shit like that.
Because that bitch is real arrogant.
Yes, and so she goes, "You know I'm his wife," and she Mabel all and Lee like,
okay.
"Girl, you crazy," and she go, "Okay."
Pour it.
Yeah, calm.
Everything.
I just feel like when you like, I don't know. If that was me in that situation again, like it's liberating.
The throwing is too much. It's too
like-
much emotion.
It's like you just splash
It's
right
too
in their
much
face.
emotion.
and
It's
then
the
you
same
slam
as
the
like
cup
when they
down.
say. It's the same as like
it was on a date when this happened.
no. It's the same as when they say like you know your girl is it's a different type of man. Like
When they call-
if she in the room
Yeah.
just throwing her stuff in suitcases, she ain't
She
going
be
nowhere.
back.
But if she in there folding
Calmly.
her shit,
Uh-huh.
putting it in there nicely,
Uh-huh.
and zipping it up,
Uh-huh.
and walking
That's how
out.
it was with my divorce. Nobody knew I was divorced at all. Like
Just be calm.
I was just calm and
Girl,
quiet about it.
that night I packed up.
But it
When
wouldn't.
I packed up. I made sure I didn't leave. Not because I had Levi, and I had boxes of diapers and wipes from the baby shower. Mm-hmm. And I made sure I didn't leave not one.
I know
it. Was
it.
3 o'clock. No, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had to drive from Indianapolis back out here.
So you drove 2 hours in the middle of the damn
It
night.
was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had packed my bags. I loaded up my little Scion, my little red one.
Fits everything.
No, mine's ain't the same size as yours though.
Oh,
I got
okay.
the XA.
Oh, it's little.
it's
Okay,
little.
okay.
So I piled it. I made sure Levi had his spot. This is what I did. We got into the argument. I got Levi. I took him into the living room. I put him in his swing. I went back in the room, packed up my bags, packed up his bags. I'm making multiple trips from my room to the living room.
So what did he do when you was doing this?
He was laying in the bed drinking.
Oh, he wasn't paying attention.
No, he was. He was talking stuff. He was
Oh.
talking stuff.
Okay.
I'll tell you the stuff that he said after
Dumbass.
off camera. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was talking best. So I take everything to the living room. Then I start taking everything to the car. I made sure that Levi had his spot where his car seat was gonna go and that nothing was gonna fall on him. But I couldn't see out my nan window. I couldn't see out my side windows, my back windows, because I had my car
She said, "Tunnel vision, bitch.
piled up.
Tunnel vision."
So then I go to get on the expressway, girl. Construction.
Stop.
I felt the way I felt with Sheila when she was trying to drive up
Get up
that
that
mountain.
mountain, baby.
I'm like, Lord, I'm just trying to leave this marriage.
Right, I'm just
I'm not
trying to
trying
leave.
to save this. I'm trying to leave. and I had to take the back roads.
Oh my God. In the middle of the night, y'all. Okay, so back to Indiana. Here we go. Here's another little Indiana in the middle of the night on a back road with not a country. Okay, so you have maybe 1 to 2 homes in a 10, like 20 mile. It's not a light. The light you have is if the cow opened its eyes.
Yep, that's it. And so I had to drive this all the way to Lafayette. I ended up getting off at Lafayette because I had to get gas. And then from Lafayette, I was able to take the 65. I ended up getting back out here. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning.
So the sun's about to come up.
Yep. I got to my mom and them house. I'm walking in with Levi on my arm in the car seat. And when I got to Lafayette, when I got out the car, I stepped out and like my hip gave out. So I'm walking in my mama's house limping in the middle of the night with Levi. You know Felix's first
what did he do to you?
Girl! I was like, oh, I know what this look like. It ain't that. I'm like, I left, but that ain't happened. I know it look like I got my butt beat and I left in the middle of the night. Nah.
Oh my God.
just was tired of this and I was like, I'm done. So yeah. That's why I'm like, sometimes you just gotta go.
You gotta go.
Hey, I wish she would have just
left.
But yeah, I think she should have did it calmly. She should have went in there, poured the... Because even... I think she would have even gotten off as far as like being guilty if they didn't have the whole altercation of her with Mabel and her saying you'll be sorry for this and like that's premeditated because you're threatening.
You're knowing what you want to do.
Yeah. So I think she should have went in that bar all calm, poured that drink on him, slapped her, walked away, packed her bag, went to stay with her mama for a couple of days, looked up Harold and been like, my bad, boo.
I was just joking.
I was just playing. And they could have lived happily ever after.
She could have sent him to some classes. You know, I think Miss Ruth, Dr. Ruth was around there.
Probably.
She could have taught him a couple of things, you know. You know, sir, this is what a vagina looks like. This is what
part right here.
you're supposed to do this to that. Yeah, he would have got it eventually. It might have took some lessons and some learning. He would have got there.
Real random. I hate when books refer to vagina as sex.
Yeah.
And
and his loin.
Yeah.
And his lawn.
I forgot what book I was listening to. And she was like, he felt my hot sex. And I was like, bitch, just say coochie. You said coochie everywhere else in the book.
Why are we saying sex?
Coochie, vagina, cooter, whatever you want to call it.
They literally, I think it was the same. Was we reading the same book?
It might have been.
Yeah. It was,
Was it the Pen Pal?
No,
it was The Perfect Stranger.
The Perfect Strangers.
Okay.
Shout out to JT Geisinger. She the bomb. But yeah, she was like in one of the little sex scenes they had, he felt my hot sex. And I was listening to it on the audio book. So as I'm driving, like I'm in a Starbucks fucking line and I got the fucking speaker blaring.
Oh. Yes, we were talking about a new fear being activated. For those that listen to the Audible books, to be in the car listening to your good old Audible book.
Minding your business.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know about y'all, but like when especially when I drove to Missouri, y'all know me and Levi did that drive ourselves, and it was like an 8.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
And so it's the middle of the night, he sleep. I'm turning on my radio. It's at a good volume.
Yeah.
It's at a good volume.
Yeah.
And not
because you don't want to miss the words.
The whole book is not smut, but there is some smut in it.
Very smutty activities.
Some very smutty activities. And so it gets to that part, and just imagine it getting to that part, and boom, car accident.
Baby.
Boo!
Are you alright? He felt my hot sex. He kept
you
pounding
are upside down in the car, leg in the air. Seat up across your face.
Right?
What do you do?
His pulsing loin was pressed against her hot sex.
Hot sex.
No.
He pounded my pussy.
Imagine.
What if it keep like the car get hit so hard
and keep repeating.
hot sex.
Hot sex. Hot sex.
No.
Pounding
Imagine.
her hot sex.
Imagine. You're in this position.
Lynn.
Seatbelt here. And you hear the woo. And so you hear it and you like trying to reach.
You can't reach. You can't. Your arm is stuck.
Like, ma'am, there's a child in the back seat. What the fuck
What are you doing? What is going on here?
And so yeah, that is a new fear activated for me.
That's when you get to lie. I don't even know how I got on this. I was not even listening to this.
What? What? Double penetration?
What?
What's a
And
cock?
then the third
What's a
guy.
No. You get hit so hard you had amnesia. Like, what? I was listening to what?
Right.
Me?
No, I listen
Man,
on.
you downloaded it on Audible. I didn't know.
No, I only
And
listen
the
to.
third one entered the room and
Oh.
she didn't know what to do with herself. What?
What? Your police report looking like a porno. A scripted porno.
Oh my god.
They finally pull your ass out the car. You try to explain yourself. Like, it's not what you think it is. Ma'am, this said double penetration. What?
Officer.
Ma'am, there was a gangbang. It's called a reverse harem.
What?
Officer, I can explain.
Can you explain?
I can explain.
The cop just flashed a light in
It's-
your eyes. Ma'am, are you high?
No.
Officer.
I was horny, but no. I'll take that back.
This is for my book club.
Yes.
My book club.
Vagina.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Hot tour.
You better hot tour, bitch.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
This to say, authors, please stop referring to vagina as sex. It's not okay.
Yeah.
No.
Cause y'all say coochie in every other part of the book.
Y'all say Pussy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say poissy on Facebook.
I don't know.
We can say whatever we want.
can. Oh,
But
cool.
I'm a good girl.
I'm not.
Pussy.
Poissy.
And then you've ever been reading a book and you weren't sure what color they were, but then as soon as he says cock, you know what color they are.
Yeah. See, when I read books and shit and they smut, I try to think of it as in black.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see that,
So-
I think even if you was like having sex and somebody say, "Oh, you like this cock," I'm like,
All right.
"Get the fuck out! Get the fuck
Like,
out!
come
Just
on, we gotta
get your shit and
restart.
go. Get the fuck." Ain't
So
no starting
I will
over.
tell you, there are certain times when I
was
am
gonna say,
reading
if you
certain fantasy books. I
Yeah.
do not think of it in
Okay.
like when I think of vampires. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
Okay.
vampires to me
sometimes
are like Eastern European, and they better be like fucking like, you know what I mean?
yes.
Mhm.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing: some authors, it's like I don't know, they use it the right way.
Yes.
Other ones, it's like
They do it
I
too-
read it and I hear Peter whatever.
Like it's
Like,
too.
Read the book like, man,
My
I'm putting this
wiener.
shit down. Don't piss me off.
It's
My
cringy.
wiener.
It's cringy.
So then I held my wiener.
No.
That's what I hear sometimes.
No.
This has taken a turn, but this is how we're gonna end season 3.
I mean, we're all
Sorry.
Listen, we're all adults here, okay? We know what you do out there, okay? We read about it all the
And
time.
that's the whole point of this: us saying the stuff that y'all don't want to say.
And we've been talking about jilted lovers and all the nasty stuff.
The
Literally.
appropriate way to end the season.
Right. All the little nasty stuff that they've been doing. Trying to cover up.
Little nasties.
Murder your wife 2 weeks later. You got your little hoe living in your house.
Out here having an affair with the pastor, and then y'all plot to kill your husband.
Listen, you ain't.
And to
Name
kill
is
his
Big
wife,
Sandals.
but y'all just ain't get that far.
I'm just saying, how you having therapy in the church?
What you got to say about this, Coco?
In the church.
Nasty.
Nasty, okay?
Nasty.
You're nasty.
Coco would like a word.
She said, yeah, it's nasty, mommy. She said, I know better than that. We don't have therapy in church.
Coco has spoken.
Well, you guys be ready for season 4. we are going to be talking about. Oh, the theme is murderers
that were bred. They were
from Midwestern.
It's what college
universities.
edition.
Yeah.
We gotta come up with a shorter title.
I want to say like bread, like
how do you say it? The word college. I can't.
collegiate. Oh, collegiate style. Yeah,
edition.
collegiate edition.
Oh, I'm gonna have my little cute little IU. Shout out to my
hold on. Oh my God, guys, I have an idea, but I don't want to give it away.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
We have like fun shit coming up, y'all.
We do.
And we might be having merch and stuff. It'll be fun.
We are gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
It's not a guarantee, but we
Yeah.
have some things in the works.
Yes, there's lots of things in the works.
It's fun.
We have some goals,
Maybe you
guys.
can meet us one day.
So wait, we'll
Pretty cool.
We'll be back,
We're gonna take our break
and we'll be back with the
How
end of
long is
August.
our break? Oh shit.
because we have.
Obviously.
No, it's not gonna be the end of August. Get the calendar.
Oh, our anniversary is in August.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, I'm pulling up the calendar.
Do you know what today is?
So this episode will be
This one is gonna drop August 5th.
no.
What?
We got one for tomorrow, which is the 15th.
Mhm.
One for the 22nd.
Mhm.
One for the 29th.
Mhm.
And then one for the 5th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this one's gonna drop August 5th.
Okay.
So we will probably record, I'm guessing, the weekend after we get back from Cancun. That'll give
So
us
it'll
our
be 2 weeks.
off.
Okay.
So the first episode, we'll either do it August 26th or September 2nd, which is Labor Day.
So then do August 26th.
Turn up. Ooh. Hey.
So we'll meet.
Hey.
Y'all want to meet that Sunday,
Turn up.
the 25th?
Mhm.
And it'll be our anniversary.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna edit this. Do. So yeah, so we will be back, season 4, August 26th,
Yes.
Collegiate Edition.
Collegiate edition and our 1-year anniversary.
We gonna have to figure out some stuff as
Thanks
far
for
as like
rocking with us
decorations.
for a year.
Yes.
We gotta switch it up.
Yes.
We definitely do.
Cause what, first season was audio.
Mm-hmm.
Second season we switched to video,
Mhm.
but we were at the
At a
table.
table,
Third season we've been on the couch.
chilling.
We gotta get something for the 4th season, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you because I mean we gotta clean out your room.
Yeah. We got shit
We
to
gotta
do.
get our egg cheese.
It's like a studio / study / storage / lots of slashes there.
yeah. But we gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
So yes, as always, like, subscribe, share, follow us. On,
Tell a friend, tell an enemy.
Yes.
Tell somebody, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your stepmama.
Tell your lover.
Right.
Tell your mistress.
Tell your mother-in-law.
Tell your multiple mistresses.
Tell all your hoes.
Tell them exes you don't like no more.
Tell them all. Everybody.
Tell them
Everybody
all.
that you know.
We're gonna come up with like cute QR codes and shit and just stick them everywhere. I'm gonna just be slapping them everywhere. Like just walking around the city, just pop.
I'm gonna get a QR code tattooed.
Mm.
That's like some real like crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
Some market abuse shit.
Just scan it, okay?
Scan my hand.
Oh yeah, I do a podcast.
Scan it. Ah!
Maybe you can just get a business card.
Yeah, this is cheaper.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so as always, we're on all platforms. You can email us at murkthinthemidwest@gmail.com if you have any case suggestions, or you can comment on any of our videos. And
Like, subscribe, follow.
yes, all of that.
Do
good stuff.
all of that. Leave us some more cases, y'all.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.